As fighting breaks out at Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa mosque, more than 350 people are detained for aggressively barricading themselves inside Al-Aqsa mosque, the third holiest place in Islam. More than 350 individuals have been detained. On Wednesday, there were reportedly fights at the mosque in East Jerusalem's Old City. The mosque's aggressive barricaders, over 350 people, had been arrested and evacuated, according to a statement from the police. Husband of former Scottish Prime Minister Nicola Sturgeon detained for misappropriation of £600,000 from party finance. Peter Murrell, the husband of Nicola Sturgeon, the leader of the Scottish National Party, was detained in connection with an inquiry into the fundraising and finances of the SNP. Detectives are interviewing the former SNP executive as her husband is being kept in prison at his house, according to reports. On Wednesday afternoon, the police of Scotland confirmed that Murrell, who is 58, was indeed held as part of an ongoing investigation. According to reports, search warrants have been executed at many of the couple's residences. A big police tent has been built outside the couple's Glasgow house, and officers have also been seen in Edinburgh, where the SNP's offices are. Many sources claim that the police are looking into allegations that the SNP leaders spent roughly £600,000 agitating for Scottish independence. Obviously, it would not be appropriate to comment on any current police investigation, but the SNP has been and will continue to be totally helpful with this inquiry, the SNP said in a statement. Ukrainian hackers who are warmongers purchase drones costing £20,000 for Russian army but receive sex toys in return. Drones for Vladimir Putin's army costing £20,000 were purchased by a Russian military volunteer, but hackers allegedly stole the cargo and replaced the drones with sex toys. The massive quantity of money was specifically raised by Mikhail Lachin, 34, to assist the Russian troops in wreaking devastation throughout Ukraine. He obtained tens of thousands of pounds worth of sex stimulation equipment, however, that are supposedly non-returnable due to interference by the cyber resistance group. The hackers declared, instead of drones, Mikhail will now send to the invading troops trucks of dildos, strap-ons, and other useful items that we ordered and paid for with his card on AliExpress. At the beginning, Lachin attempted to return the items to AliExpress for a refund. Later, he realized that it was impossible to accomplish it. Dialogue with China is indispensable. French President Emmanuel Macron. French President Emmanuel Macron said Wednesday that he would try to build, and somehow engage China toward a shared responsibility for peace and stability on international issues including Ukraine, Iran, and North Korea. Macron said he wants to engage China toward a shared responsibility for peace in Ukraine when he meets Chinese leader Xi Jinping this week. I would try to build, and somehow engage China toward a shared responsibility for peace and stability on international issues including Ukraine, Iran, and North Korea, he said in a speech to French residents of China. Macron expressed hope China will participate in initiatives that are useful to the Ukrainian people. Dialogue with China is indispensable, Macron said during the event at the French embassy. French officials said earlier Macron planned to urge Xi in talks Thursday to use Beijing's influence with Russian President Vladimir Putin but didn't expect a big shift in the Chinese position. Macron is accompanied by European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen in a show of European unity in dealings with Beijing. Xi and Putin declared their governments had a no-limits friendship before Moscow's February 2022 attack on Ukraine. Beijing has refused to criticize the Kremlin, but has tried to appear neutral and has called for a ceasefire and peace talks. To fight China, the U.S. trade representative seeks tighter relations with allies. The U.S. government has pushed for a change in how it conducts business with allies, claiming that the country's traditional reliance on promoting free trade agreements failed to account for China's tough-minded brand of capitalism and the possibility that a major power like Russia would declare war on one of its trading partners. pushing for the implementation of a friend-shoring strategy to increase supply chains among allies and decrease reliance on geopolitical enemies like China. In a lecture on Wednesday at American University, Catherine Tam, the U.S. trade representative, warned against too depending on Chinese suppliers because to escalating tensions with Beijing and supply chain delays brought on by the COVID-19 outbreak. Trade should work for the common good and help set responsible standards on labor, the environment, and other priorities that reflect American values, Tai was quoted by Reuters as saying in excerpts of her speech provided in advance to reporters. It should also promote fair and healthy cooperation that lifts workers and communities, she said. America heading to hell. According to ex-President Trump's indictment, Donald Trump declared in a fiery speech that the country was going to hell after pleading not guilty to fabricating company records to conceal unfavorable information before the 2016 election. At a Manhattan court in New York, the former president was charged with 34 counts on Tuesday. They have to do with hush money that was given to porn stars, who claims they had an affair. Trump is the first American president to go on trial in history. The 76-year-old said to supporters gathered at his Mar-a-Lago property in Florida after he appeared in court, "The only crime that I have committed is to boldly defend our nation from those who wish to destroy it." Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you again for watching and we'll see you in our next news update.